Hello, Savvy Sisters here. How are you doing? I'm planning on going on a trip next week, and one of the things that I do on a regular basis when I plan on traveling is to remind myself when I get on the plane and throughout the flight, depending upon how long it is, to do some yoga stretches. These are things you can do in your seat, and also you can stand up, obviously, when you go to use the restroom, and do some stretches in the little waiting area before you get to the restroom as well. So one of the first things that's really important to make sure that you do is to twist. So you want to periodically, maybe every 2 hours or so, depending on how long your flight is, sit up straight and then twist to one side. You can hold on to your own leg, you can hold on to your seat divider between the two of you, and just breathe in and then exhale and twist. And you don't want to do this to the point where you hurt yourself. You just want to do it so that you can get some rejuvenation into your spine and get some blood flowing into your spine. So twisting's a really, really great thing to do. You might have seen the dog go by. We'll be including her in a segment coming up soon about dog owners and heart disease. So the other thing that you can do when you tend to sit for a long period of time, your hips will get tight. So again, in your seat, just bring your leg up, and you're going to do this on both legs, and flex your foot strongly, the one that's up on top of your knee, and then lean forward. And when you do this, you'll feel a really great stretch through your hips. And this is exactly what you want to do to prevent your hips from getting all locked up while you're sitting for 6 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. I think my flight will be 14. So I'll be doing this periodically. And again, you want to do it on both sides. Make sure you do that. The other thing that you can do is what we refer to as a hug. So here I'm addressing my upper back, because the way the seats are, we tend to slump a little bit in the airline seats. So you'll stretch your arms around you and hopefully touch your shoulder blades, and then just hang on for a couple minutes. Breathe in and breathe out. Of course, with every stretch, you want to do your breathing. Hi there, little girl. And then you want to switch the, she can't do these. You want to switch the arm that was on top, do the other side, of course. And then if you're capable of doing this, this will be half eagle pose actually. What you do is you put one arm under the other and you try and reach your palms together. And when you do this, you want to extend your elbows out. So my forearm, between my shoulder and my elbow is parallel to the way my legs are. And so you want to extend your elbows out, and while you're extending your elbows out, extend your hands out as well. And what this is doing is giving you a really great stretch in your upper back, in between your shoulder blades. And again, that's an area where you tend to slump a little bit while you're sitting in the plane. So the other thing that you can do for your low back specifically is what we refer to as cat-cow, and that is leaning back. So you want to sit a little forward in your seat to make this really effective, and you'll lean back and round your back and exhale, and then stretch up and arch your back, and then do the same thing just a few times to sort of, again, get some lubrication in your spine and do some stretching for your muscles, because your low back is really going to feel a 6-hour, 10-hour, 14-hour flight. When you go to use the restroom, you can do a great stretch, which I do on a regular basis, even when I'm not on a flight, and that is stretching your shoulders. So you clasp your hands behind you, and I can do this because I practice this on a regular basis, and this tends to, I get a nice little pop in my upper cervical vertebrae when I do this. So the goal is you want to clasp your hands with your palms together and then raise your arms away from your body a little bit. For people who are beginners, it's absolutely acceptable to grab a towel or grab your jacket or whatever wrap that you have with you on the plane. Hold on to that with both hands and do the same thing. Just extend your shoulders, and you're pulling your shoulders back, again, because you tend to slump when you're seated for long periods of time, and you want to stretch all that out. So the other thing that you can do when you're standing is, if you lean against the bulkhead or the actual plane itself when you're standing waiting for the restroom, just have one arm out and sort of move yourself away from. So what I'm doing is, in theory, if I'm holding on to something here on my hand, I'm getting a really good stretch through my chest here and my shoulders while I'm doing that. And again, you want to do that on both sides. Some people like to do it where they actually hold on to the 2 seats in the aisle and then sort of do a push-up in between the aisle. I haven't done that myself, but that could be very effective as well. So when you're on a long flight, don't forget to get up and walk around. Make sure you drink lots and lots of fluids. That will also help you with the flight. And do your yoga stretches, yoga at 30,000 feet. And this is from a New York Times article that we found. Fabulous information. Savvy Sisters, have a great day.